we're going to slide you down. Yeah, they added some trees so we could get the glare off, and we're glad the glare's gone for the judges' sake. Give you enough room. There you go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Josie Battle, and I'm representing Dr. Phillips.
Good evening. I'm representing Jacksonville, and my name is Kelly Pickens.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Catherine Mallory, but tonight I'm more than glad to be Mrs. Kissini.
Hello, my name is Maria Wyatt Ewell, and I'm your Mrs. Orange County.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sherry Dempster, and I'm representing the city beautiful Orlando.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and judges. As a wife and new mom, I'm standing here today to achieve a dream for me, my family, and those living with cystic fibrosis. Representing St. Petersburg, I am Deanna Silva.
Good evening and welcome, everyone. My name is Teresa Hyatt, and I'm representing the great city of Tampa.
Good evening. From the Sunshine Skyway Bridge to the award-winning roller coasters of Busch Gardens, I bring you greetings from the lightning capital of Florida, Tampa Bay. I am Marianne Callender, and building girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place is my passion. Thank you.
Hi, I am Dr. Lisa Lynn Vanderpeer Hirsch, Guinness Book World Record holder, and this is Vero Beach, Florida. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome. Yvette Santa Cruz representing Wesley Chapel, Florida.
Representing the city of beautiful Windermere, Florida, I am Jessica Young Holstein.
And a big round of applause for all of our ladies. Please join me in welcoming the reigning Mrs. Florida America 2012, Teresa Sheffield. So, Teresa, tell us a little bit about your reign as Mrs. Florida.
Oh, my goodness. I have to say I'm glad I'm not competing this year. That's all I have to say. These women are gorgeous. But it's been a great year, awesome year. It goes very fast. And I just have to say to whoever the next Mrs. Florida is just embrace it. Take your time, enjoy every moment because it goes so fast. And I just love the fact that I was representing a state at the Mrs. America, and I'll never forget that. I had the opportunity to meet so many wonderful women. We still keep in contact today, and it's just a memory that I will never forget. And I really hope that the next Mrs. Florida will embrace that. As well, I also get a chance to work with so many wonderful organizations, and I'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later, and seeing my non-smoking campaign come to life in Viva magazine. But I definitely could not have done it without my husband, Chris. Chris, can you stand up, please? I want to thank you so much for being there with me. You did everything together, all the charities organizations that we were able to attend, and he was right there by my side, and I did not want him away from me. So I'm just glad to have the opportunity to experience that with you. So it was a great year, and I really hope that next Mrs. Florida will win Mrs. America again. That's April.
Thank you, Teresa, and take that runway.
Hi, we need some applause for Teresa Sheffield. She did a great job for us this year. Your husband got a really good seat tonight, I see. So, I know. What are you going to do? All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a very special celebrity among us. That's Mrs. April Lefrew. And hold the applause, because I'm going to tell you a little bit about April. She's an amazing woman, as you know, but let me tell you a little bit about her. She's 43 years old, and first of all, to give her age in public, I give her some applause for that. She's a Tampa native with heritage roots from Guanajana, Honduras. She's a wife and mother of 3 children. She runs a successful granite and marble fabrication business called Lefrew Marble with her loving husband, George. She also works part-time as a model and a dental hygienist. Now, April was crowned Mrs. Florida America on February 5th, 2011. We remember that. Now, only reigning 8 weeks as Mrs. Florida America, April captured the coveted crown of Mrs. America 2011 and making history as the second oldest title holder in the pageant's 35-year history. Her motto is become what you believe and to live life without limits. She didn't stop there. Now, April has two of her children. April and 2 of her children have been diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa, a retinal degenerative eye disease that gradually leads to blindness. Now, April's mission as a mom is to find a cure for RP. She speaks at numerous events about her journey to becoming Mrs. America 2011 and the foundation she tirelessly advocates and she also supports. She's also the national spokesperson for the Foundation Fighting Blindness. April and her sister established the Foundation Fighting Blindness Tampa Bay chapter in 2007, and she has served as the president ever since. She was awarded the 2010 Volunteer of the Year at this year's Vision Conference in Baltimore, Maryland. Hang on, let's keep going. April Lefrew was blessed with yet another amazing title of Mrs. World on December 15, 2011 in Orlando, Florida. And I love it. She is the oldest Mrs. World to be crowned. I wish I looked like that.
Hi, April.
Please join me in welcoming Mrs. World 2012, rocking the stage, April Lefrew.
Tell us a little bit about your journey to becoming Mrs. World.
Well, it's been an incredible journey. I have to say, everything in life comes full circle. I was crowned Mrs. Florida in this exact room. Went on to West Virginia in the Greenbrier for 2 weeks with 50 beautiful women and captured the Mrs. America crown. And I remember when I was crowned Mrs. Florida, Jackie and Renee was Mrs. America in 1998. As soon as the crown was on my head and everyone snapping photos, they came up to me and told me, "You're going to be the next Mrs. America."